Welcome back, NGDL fans and fans of the Miami Dolphiones. We are 4-1 going into, I guess this is week 6 of the PGBL. Man, this thing's going by really fast. 11 weeks in this league, so we are past the midway. Well, with this battle, we are past the midway point, and we are fighting the 2-3 New York Noibats. This is actually kind of an important match because we are in the same conference, and I believe the top 4 teams. And each of the 7-point conferences are going to make the playoffs. I think that's how it works. These guys are in 5th place, so they need the win here. We are actually holding on to 3rd and 4th place. And the only team, I think I'm in 3rd, and the only team below me is the team I lost to. It's actually pretty close. If we can win this match, we're going to have a pretty good shot at the playoffs. There's my team if you guys forget. I might actually forget because I just came back from vacation. Yeah. So yeah, this battle happened a week ago, so forgive me if it's a little bit hazy, but I'm kind of thinking I remember what happened. But yeah, this is going to be the Noibats roster, as you can see, and yeah, this is a pretty interesting roster. He's 2-3, so yeah, he really needs this win, and he has some interesting stuff. He has a lot of interesting speed threats, including that B-drill, which might make it hard for my Tapu Bulu to do anything. He has Tapu Koko. The faster the Bulus, he can have Brave Bird. So obviously I know he's going to bring some interesting stuff. So yeah, let's get into the battle. As you can see, there's the teams. I'm going to bring my Tapu. Interestingly, he did not bring Mega Beedrill, which I thought he would because of its, plus match against Tapu Bulu. I'm going to bring Ditto, actually, because I thought that he would bring a lot of Pokemon that can outspeed my Pokemon, so we're going to go see what happens. So there is Nate himself, Mewtwo fan Nate. He's actually a really cool guy. Check out his channel at the end of this battle. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and lead with my Dawn fan as he leads with his Crocodile. He's going to get the Intimidate, so I know that he's probably not a Scarf set or anything like that. I know this is one of his Z captains, so I have to be prepared for that. Still, though, I kind of think these things are always going to be really physical, but yeah, I'm just going to go for the U-turn. I'm going to go to my Tapu Bulu, figuring I can take whatever. This is actually going to be a sub-Swords Dance Tapu Bulu. He's actually just going to go ahead and sub Stealth Rocks, which is another thing that this thing can do for him, so that's a pretty good play. So now, though, he's going to go ahead and surprise me here with the Acid Downpour. And I would maybe, because keep in mind, this guy doesn't have Poison Jab or any physical poison move. I already knew that. But he's going to surprise me because he does get access to Sludge Bomb. Actually, I think it's Sludge Wave as well. And Crocodile's special attack, while much worse than its physical attack, isn't that bad. And it's actually be able to, with the Z move, take care of Tapu Bulu. He said that if I was Assault Vest, I would be able to survive, but he didn't think I would bring Assault Vest, and indeed I didn't. So right off the bat, we are down to an early deficit. I'm going to go to my Hawlucha now to absorb the Grassy Seed. I didn't think he would stay in because I know I can KO with a high jump kick. So I just go for the Swords Dance. He's going to carry Roar, and that's an excellent play again, knowing that he knew that I'd probably try to set up, and even if it's a pretty worthwhile thing to sacrifice because he had switch-ins for my Hawlucha if I didn't have +2. So, yeah, right off the bat, he's really outplaying me. That really hurts because I just burned my Grassy Seed, which means my Unburden already triggered. So, yeah, that kind of blows. Well, although my Hawlucha can still outspeed a little bit of his team, so it might not be worthless. I'm going to go ahead and set up my own Stealth Rocks now. I already know that he's special. He might have the Hidden Power Fire, but instead he just goes for that thing, which doesn't do much, and I'm okay with that. So I'm thinking that he does have Hidden Power Fire, though, so I'm going to go ahead and switch out to my Hawlucha again just to see. I don't know. If it's special, it might have it, so I'm just going to switch out to Hawlucha. Hawlucha is more or less not that useful at this point. He's just going to go ahead and Roar again, so there you go. I'm going to go into my own Dalmanitan now, and it's going to get dragged out. I'm going to get, that whole thing. I'm going to get the Stealth Rock damage. And here, I think I just go for the Flare Blitz, because I know that his only resistance to it is Latios, and I'm pretty sure I can 2-hit KO it. This is a Scarf Darmanitan. He's just going to go ahead and stay in, though, realizing that his Crocodile actually did a lot of work already, and down it goes. So in comes his Latios now. I can't 1-hit KO this thing, plus there's a chance that this might be Scarf Latios, so I have to switch out, and I'm going to, and he's going to switch out as well, hoping to get the double switch that he wants. He's actually going to go out into this thing, his, gosh, what is this Pokemon's name? Serena, as I go into my Ferrothorn, which is probably what he wants, because I know that this Serena thing can carry high jump kick, and I really don't want to take that. So I'm going to go ahead and switch out. I'm going to go out into my Hawlucha again. If he does go for the high jump kick, I have the resistance. If not, I mean, Hawlucha, like I said, is probably the most expendable thing on my team. Looking at his team, I don't really need it for anything, and I kind of wasted its sweeping potential already, so yeah, he's going to go on to, he's just going to U-turn out into his Tapu Koko, so another really nice play for him. He's going to get off that Electric Surge, And obviously he has the super effectiveness. I'm just hoping that he's going to over-predict here, because I did carry a Poison Jab on my Hawlucha. I'm just going to go for it, and no. He just goes to the Volt Switch, which is going to kill me, and the positive thing, though, is he's going to have to reveal his Pokemon first. He goes into Bronzong, and I'm like, I'm just going to go into my Scarf Darmanitan again. Obviously, he did have Stealth Rocks up early, so I'm starting to take, some residual damage there from those Stealth Rocks. And as you can see, Mewtwo fan Nate is clearly playing for his survival here in the league, and that is a very dangerous opponent. He's got me kind of at an early game disadvantage. He's going to go into Latios now, takes another Stealth Rock hit. I go for that Flare Blitz, and I end up getting a crit, which actually really sucks for him, because this Latios was Scarfed as well, so he would have been able to outspeed my Darmanitan, and without the crit, I wouldn't have killed, so that is a really, 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 really important piece of hacks for me, good hacks for me, and it really does suck for him, so kind of sucks, but can't say I am too disappointed. Anyway, I'm just going to go for the Flare Blitz against this Tornadus. He ends up living thanks to a weird EV spread, and he's going to be able to set up Tailwind, which is nice for him. And I'm just going to go to my Xurkitree. I'm hoping that maybe Xurkitree can set up another sweep for me here. So I'm just going to go for the Thunderbolt to take care of this Tornadus. And as you can see, how it's bet even after Tailwind, he ends up having the lagging tail on this thing. And the reason he said he did that, while it might have hurt him there, actually I don't know. But he wanted to go last with his U-turns, is what he said. So that's an interesting piece of tech. Because obviously going last with U-turn prevents the incoming Pokemon from taking damage from a switch. So just an interesting piece of tech there. So anyway, going to go into my Ferrothorn because I knew the Power Whip was coming and I know that it can KO Xurkitree. I know that Xurkitree is kind of like my only way to really sweep him at this point, and I need to rely on that. So even though he does have high jump kick probably, I'm going to go ahead and switch out, and he's going to take a lot of damage actually from well, not a lot of damage, but he's going to take some damage from my Iron Barge with that, and he does have high jump kick. He doesn't miss, unfortunately. Going to be able to knock off the Assault Vest, which actually is kind of important, because with the Assault Vest, this thing might be able to take a Hidden Power Ice from my Xurkitree, but not anymore. He's going to go for another high jump kick. Actually, this thing probably can't take a Thunderbolt from my Xurkitree now, so I'm just going to rely on that. I think the Tailwind has petered out, so I can reliably go out into my Xurkitree, knowing that I can outspeed again, and I'm just going to go for that Thunderbolt, and yeah, even though that's resisted, it is going to be able to take it out and get me that crucial +1 special attack. So there is the Beast Boost activating, and interestingly, he's not going to go right into Tapu Koko, he's going to go into Bronzong. And I know Bronzong can live a Thunderbolt at +1, but I'm not entirely sure what he's going to do, so I go for the Z-Hypnosis. If I hit the Z-Hypnosis, I pretty much guarantee the win. If I miss, then he could explode or Trick Room or something, so I'm really hoping to hit. Unfortunately, it does not hit the mark. I still get the +1 speed. He's going to Charge Beam, which is interesting. I guess if he got the +1, which he didn't, I don't think he would be able to kill me with Psychic, unless he has a lot of investment. I don't know. But now that I have that, I'm going to go for that Thunderbolt. I know it's only going to be a 2-hit KO, and he does have the Trick Room, which is actually kind of bad for me, because that Tapu Koko he has in the back is actually slower than my Xurkitree after the +1, so, because I already know it's not Scarfed. So he's going to go for the Heavy Slam. He does outspeed me now. It doesn't do anything because of the resistance, and I'm just going to be able to KO this guy. It's interesting that he has Heavy Slam and Charge Beam. I'm not entirely sure what the last move was, but yeah, we get the Beast Boost, and yeah, now we are hoping that this Tapu Koko can't kill me, because if this thing kills me, it can probably sweep me, because my last Pokemon is Scarf Ditto, which would obviously be outsped in the Trick Room. So I'm hoping to live this Thunder Punch, and I do with 20 HP. So super clutch there, and I'm going to be able to get the T-Bolt kill here on Tapu Koko. Once again, Xurkitree, 4 more kills for Xurkitree. It leads the league with 14, my friends. 14! This thing is a beast. It's a monster. Although, I must say, the crit against Latios definitely hurt his chances. I don't know what would have happened otherwise. I mean, obviously, Latios wouldn't... I mean, in the middle of a Xurkitree sweep, who knows what could happen. He does have Tailwind. It was a Scarf set. It was a really weird set, actually. But, you know, that crit definitely kind of gave me the momentum I needed. So, yeah, he played very well. And I think it could have definitely went either way if that hadn't happened. But pretty happy to be 5-1. So that's pretty cool. I pretty much assured playoffs at this point. My next opponent, though, is Visually. I don't know how to pronounce his name. But that's okay. And his Cincy Scissors are 6-0. He's the last league champion. And his kill differential is absurd. It's like 27? Let me double check on that. But this guy is clearly right now, like the New England Patriots. He's like the team to beat in the league right now. He's 6-0. Yep, a plus 27 kill differential. To give you an idea, at 5-1, my team is plus 14. My one loss was only -1. So this guy has been blowing people out. And he's the guy I have to play twice. We each play an opponent twice, and I get stuck with the league champion, and like by far, clearly the best player. So I'm going to battle him next week in week 7. I also battle him in week 9. So it's going to be an interesting couple of matches. And the first one is going to be next week. So if I win, I actually put myself in the position to maybe win the conference, which would be cool. If I lose, then while my playoff status probably isn't too affected, it's obviously going to hurt my ego, and I have to fight that guy again next time. So it's going to be a real good one, hopefully, against Visual Eye next week, so stay tuned for that. Anyway, today's question of the day is going to be, if you were going to be transformed into a Pokemon rather, kind of like how Bill was in, when he got transformed into the Rattata, which Pokemon would you want to be? And let's just go ahead and say no legends, so you can't be, like, super powerful because you can't be a legend. Just so you know, a Pokemon I guess you would like to be. I mean, I'm not trying to be a furry about this, but I don't know. Something Pokemon that you think would be cool or fun, or flowing fireballs at things, always kind of fun. Well, I'd be tempted to say, I might even say Charizard, just because the ability to breathe fire and fly around would definitely be really, really cool. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and say Charizard. Either that or Gallade, just because I have like swords coming out of my arms. Although I'd probably make it kind of hard to like use my hands. But anyway, leave a comment about that, and see you guys again next time. Later.